Ladies and gentlemen, it is review week. The week where we go over a bunch of cool stuff, whether it is basic level, pro level, cool mods, whatever it is. We're going to show off a lot of cool stuff. So y'all better stick around and see what kind of goodies we got in store for y'all. For our first review of the week, we got this thing. The X-Shot Blastercorn. This is the one that you can get off the shelf at Target for, I believe, $8. And what does $8 get you? A fun little blaster that has some potential. Let's get into it. Included in the box is the Blastercorn itself and 16 of these super cool colored X-Shots air seal technology, whatever. It's X-Shot's version of Accu darts, something. Now, first impressions of the Blastercorn. Yes, it's goofy. It is a blaster that is designed to look like a unicorn. It's got the whole face, it's got the horn, it's got ears, it's got wings and everything. It's all weirdly colored and all that jazz, but bear with me on this one for a second. So basic operation is, it is your standard issue pullback single shot blaster. You got your barrel up front, which is the horn, which is just funny. You got, obviously, the body of the blaster with all this cool design and decals and some cool little bits here and there, kind of making it pop a little bit. Back here, you got the trigger. Trigger is pretty normal, but if you notice, every time you pull the trigger, the wings flap. So that's just a fun little extra bonus. Reminds me of the X-Shot kickback or knockback, whatever that other single shot pistol is called, where you pull the trigger and it has the whole slide, kind of recoil, if you will. It's kind of that same thing where you get some kind of response when you pull the trigger besides actually firing it. In the back, we have the priming handle, this nice big purple whole tail looking thing. You can grab it almost any way you want and it'll work just fine. And that is pretty much it. It is like I said, a single shot blaster that is pullback. Not terribly much to it. The cool thing is also, real fast about the grip. The grip actually fits my hand quite nicely. I have pretty large hands and this actually works pretty well. Little small on the bottom, just a little bit. It kind of crams my hand just a tiny bit, but I wouldn't be afraid to hold this blaster for a long time. This is a quite comfortable blaster, actually. Now, I know this is not going to appeal to everybody. Not everybody wants a, dare I say, a kiddish-looking blaster. But the cool thing is, it claims on the box, shoots up to 98 feet, which is pretty far. And let's check the numbers on this thing and see how hard it's actually hitting. All right, as you see, I got my handy-dandy little chronograph here. Not using the big one. This one's going to be a little bit easier for this. But we have the Blastercorn, and we're going to be shooting its ammo that it came with first. And then, as kind of my control, I'll be using nitro shot darts, because I like using nitro shot darts. So we're going to do 6 shots of each. We're starting with the X-Shot ammo. The dart kind of sticks out just a little bit there on the end, and it's a bit of a tight fit. Well, that's good, because that means we should be getting pretty decent performance. So, let's see what we're getting in here. 83, 88, 86, 87, 85, and 86. With an average of 86, high of 88, low of 83. So actually not terrible for this thing. For something of this size, that's pretty decent performance. Let's try it with nitro shot and see what we get. Alright, we're going again, this time with nitro shot darts. As I said, this is going to be kind of my control because this is what I use at most of my events anyway. So, let's see what we are getting. 73. 50. 76. 77. 73. 63. So with Nitro Shot, we got an average of 69, high of 77, low of 50. But I'm actually going to shoot one more because I don't count that 50. Let's see what we get. Just one more. Huh. That might just be a bad dart that I fired because that one also shot 50. But still not terrible, actually. Averaging around 70, which is pretty good for a pistol this size. All right, I am here with the Blastercorn. I'm going to be shooting at my target. It's about 15, 20 feet away. I can't back up too terribly much, unfortunately. But we're still going to try it out and see how well it does. Shooting its included ammo first. Let's see what we get. Ooh. Aiming a little bit low, I guess. Side picture's a little weird. I hit the post. Come on. Aiming a little bit low. I don't know why. Aim up a little bit more. Oop, too high. Can I get one hit on the target? Ah! Just under it. But now we're going to move on to Nitro Shot darts. See how well those go. Here we go. A little bit slower. Weird. Ooh, there we go. I hit. Lower again. It does not like Nitro Shot as well. I hit the target though. Huh. Weird. Stock this thing does not like Nitro Shot. Oh well. Let's talk about it some more. Overall, for what you get a pretty slick blaster and a good amount of darts. I'd say it's pretty worth it. It's a little finicky about dart type, but obviously there are ways around that. And for a stock blaster, if you get this for your kid or even just to plink around with, this is kind of fun. But the cool thing is, I know a little bit of unicorn magic. So if I were to take a dart and do a little bam, we get this thing. This is a Blastercorn that has been modified. If you can't tell, the horn is sticking out a little bit farther than usual, and it's a little bit shinier than it was before. And that is because this thing now has a full metal barrel with an upgraded spring, and now, if I were to take one of its darts, shove it on in there. Okay, y'all gotta come over here and check this out. Firing its stock ammunition out of the modded one. Whew! 109. 111. 111 again. 109. 108. With a high of 120. A low of 108 and an average of 111. So over stock, that is a 20-something FPS increase? Yeah. And let's try it with Nitro Shot darts real fast, just to see what kind of difference that makes. Because now that we have a more optimized barrel, should have better performance. Alright, got Nitro Shot, got one loaded in the barrel. Let's see what we're rocking now. 87. 92, 90. Yeah, I think it was just the fact that the Nitro Shot darts are heavier. There you go, yeah, see, 88, topping it off, 88 again, rather consistent, as per usual, and one more, 84. So that was around 88, 90, it didn't show the average for that one, but even still, rather consistent and pretty darn good power. At this level, I would totally use this for like a modded battle because it shoots pretty well. let's take a look at the range real fast and see how accurate it is now that it is modded. All right, we are once again trying it on the range, the modded version with its stock ammo. Let's see what we are looking like now. Woo! Straight as an arrow. Ooh, that one hooked up a little bit. Ooh, a little bit low. In general, this blaster is weird to get a sight picture with, so just bear with me. There we go, on the target. One more. Woo! All right. Now, with Nitro Shot, and I did find out Nitro Shot darts are actually heavier than the X Shot darts. So that's why they travel just inherently slower. But straight as an arrow, that extra weight just makes them so accurate, and I love it. That's like twice on the bullseye. Yeah, like that little bit of extra weight, that slight difference in dart makes all the difference. Yes, the stock darts shoot faster, but not always more accurate. Yeah, let's finish talking about it. So overall, what do I think about the Blastercorn? Stock, it is a fantastic blaster. It is a great first pick for anybody who wants to just have that single shot plinker with a little bit of extra flair. If you're a girl, you'll probably enjoy this a lot just because of the looks. But for my male audience, and you want to be a little bit more manly about your things, we obviously can mod it. It can be modded quite well, and the performance is very much acceptable. Yeah. And this thing will fire half lengths, obviously, because there's no thing to worry about in the barrel. But just for this general review, we're going to keep it with full lengths. And honestly, I think full lengths work better with this. Half lengths, when I was firing this before, were a little bit more difficult to aim with, but in general, I think it is a great blaster to get. I will definitely be adding this to the roster of blasters to have at my events, and this I will be using whenever I get a chance to use some of my modded stuff. So that is it for our first episode of Review Week. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the X-Shot Blastercorn down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.